And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Well, hello, kids. It is Monday morning. It is 9:30 a.m. on this beautiful Los Angeles morning. Get what you pay for. I guess the roads are a disaster. Whatever. Kids are still not in school. Kids, I brought these two critters with me to school. T, boss, come here. Not a bad place for the kids that'll come to their dad's work. They got lasers, walkie-talkies. I got these critters here today. Say, what's up, dudes? You guys be good for me when I do this, okay? Okay? All right, get out of here with your walkie-talkies and lasers. Don't put that in anybody's eyes.
Okay.
Shut that door. You got these monsters. Just these little tears destroying the Thick Boy Studios. Poor Mark. Mark's out there on his own. Good luck, Mark. Plus, he has a golf club. Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel, my man. Head on a swivel. Let's get right into it. UFC 305. Your boy's fresh off the plane from Austin, Texas, where I did a live fight campaign at the time for UFC 305. DDP Izzy. Too much fun. Those fight campaigns are so fun. Tony Hinchcliffe. Brian Simpson's hilarious. He thought DDP was French. It's great. Great. I think, too, that, the fight companion, most of the people there, Simpson loves Izzy. Tony Hinchcliffe has a relationship with Izzy. I'm close with Izzy. So if you're watching that and it's biased, yeah, man, Izzy's our boy. That's why. It was like, oh, look at the reaction of Rogan. He doesn't play that game, but the rest of us, Simpson's he's not the biggest fight fan. He's into it, but it's not like his forte. But so he's fun on there, and then Tony Hinchcliffe is the best. So, but we're all close with Izzy. So, you'll see posts like, "Oh, the fight campaign crew so disappointed Izzy didn't get the win." It's like, yeah, it's our friend. That's all it is. It's nothing against DDP. Yeah, I was wrong, and this is how it goes, man. I'll give you a hot take. There's a reason a lot of people in the space don't make picks, or they do, and it's not clip worthy, or it's just, they'll pick the entire card from the prelims to the main event. So it's not that big of a deal. I go hard in the paint. Anything I do, I go over the top. It's just what I do. I go hard in the paint. If I'm DDP, I'd be offended too, man. I completely get it. Right after winning a world champion, would I get on Twitter and fire back at the hater? Probably not. I'd probably enjoy my world championship belt and the accomplishment of beating who I think is the greatest middleweight of all time. That's what I would do. But again, teach its own. When I was fighting, was I champ? Nope. Top 10, yeah, closest I got, 10. But it's a far cry from DDP, man. So I get it. But even when I was in the top 10, I had a guy pick Mitrione. He picked Mitrione against me in an interview, and that'll add fuel to the fire. It pisses you off. So you see my dumbass, saying Izzy's going to beat the shit out of him. Yeah, it's going to get back to him, man. That's why a lot of people in the space don't do this. I'm different. I don't give a fuck. And you got to eat some crow, man. Yeah, eat some crow cock, It's just what you got to do, It's like, I expect this stuff. And I was wrong, completely off. It wasn't a case of like Izzy versus Strickland, where Izzy didn't show up and Strickland beat the brakes off of him, and it was like a shell of what we're used to. DDP beat, man, one of the best versions of Izzy I've ever seen. Like, kudos to him. And I was thinking about it, even after the campaign, or even during the campaign, I was like, I just can't, it's not that I can't give it up. I recognize, a champion when I see one. In the moment when you watch DDP fight, if someone came to you and was like, what's he do that's world class? I'm like, I don't know. So I spent Sunday night reviewing all DDP's fights, from KSW to his fights in the UFC, looking at his 2 losses. And there's a common theme. Like, if there's a common theme, the guy's an absolute winner. And if this is a video game, DDP is if you're given, I don't know what EA Sports rankings they give him. I don't give a shit about that. But if you look at just everything that he does, everything's an 8. You give everything about an 8. Cardio 8. Striking 8. Grappling 8. Wrestling 8. And then over here, the ability to win, a 10. So what makes DDP special, when again you look at KSW, which is a hell of an organization, and he was a champion there. Look at his UFC fights, just he's the best in the division at figuring out a way to win. And the thing he has over all these other opponents that I've watched is he's impossible to prepare for, because when you're fighting Izzy, it's going to be a striking match. When you're fighting Strickland, it's going to be a boxing match. When you're fighting Hamza, you can expect some wrestling. You're fighting Bo Nickel, you expect some wrestling. Sorry. These kids, man.
He's just smiling, dude.
Yeah, these kids. So when you're fighting these other guys, there's one thing they're very dominant at, and you can game plan for that. With DDP, because he's so well-rounded, he's tough to prepare for, because he's going in there and he makes it a straight-up fight. It's not the sexiest thing. You can point out certain flaws about him, when he's blitzing, and when he misses, boy, does he miss. And you're like, God, his technique's awful. On certain times, like when he blitzes and he misses and his head's over his feet and he's swinging, and you're like, God, that's world class. And the answer is yeah. The answer is yeah. He just finds a way to win. And the other thing that I found out about DDP, just doing all this research on him, is he might get to, when it comes to exhaustion in the octagon, especially in the Strickland fight, especially in this Izzy fight, everyone gets tired. Even if they're known as cardio machines, everyone gets tired in a fight. I don't care if it's Lance Armstrong in a fight. Everyone's going to get fatigued. DDP might get fatigued sooner than them, but his head's still above water. And eventually his opponent also gets to here. And DDP can get through that. He can survive that. He's just so goddamn tough. Even though he's here, you're going to get there. And then as the fight goes on, you're going to start to sink. DDP he stays right there the entire time. The water's there, and you're starting to sink even lower. And he might have got there faster, whether it's the first round, second round, third round, but he can still navigate and stick to his game plan, or stick to and find his ability to win, even though he's here. He'll get there faster, and he might look fatigued faster than he did in this Izzy fight, but he can still execute. And these other guys can't. You saw Izzy have a lapse in judgment with his fighting, with his game plan, and because DDP's not all the way down here and just getting abused, he takes advantage of it. So when you look at DDP, the narrative of not world class, that ain't gonna work anymore. You look at his resume, it's insane, dude. The Robert Whittaker, the Strickland, to have Strickland winning, but he won. Found a way to win. I know it doesn't matter what we think. Found a way to win. Izzy fight. Going into that fourth round, you probably have it 2-1 Izzy. 2-1 Izzy. Found a way to win. He's just very tough to game plan for. And he's a guy that, his background, you would say, is kickboxing. He was 33-0 in kickboxing, amateur kickboxing. Won a gold for South Africa in kickboxing. I think he's the first ever South African. Was it WAKO World Championship by winning gold in K1 style boxing. But you wouldn't say he's a world-class kickboxer in the octagon. Again, because we're used to the Izzies, the Alexes of the world, the Wonder Boys, this super high level. You would say he's just the best fighter. He's just good at everything, and he exposes it. And he's a big brute, dude. He's a lot to deal with. And these guys on the feet, they have to respect him on the feet. He can edit on the feet. If he goes to the ground, he'll find a submission. Is he, Mackenzie Dern or Gilbert Burns on the ground? Nope. He's not a 10 down there. He's an 8. Is he a 10 on the feet? Nope. He's an 8. But he just figures out a way. He just always figures out a way to get the job done. That's what he's world class at. Toughness, 10. Another thing, you don't really see him get hit much. There's something to be said. You make fun of when he misses with these big loopy punches and he does these blitzes and when they don't work. Sure. He's doing something right, though. His defense is pretty good. You would assume Robert Whittaker, who looks for that, could counter and take his lights out. Nope. You would assume Izzy could take advantage of that. He's seen it before at that world kickboxing level. Nope. No. Did you see Izzy land anything significant, like to the face? Some of the shots really is more of the body work. Really lit him up in the body. That's a sign of toughness, the body. So you look at him and all signs point Izzy should have won the fight. You look at before the Robert Whittaker fight, Robert should usually win that fight. You look at the two style matchups, that's a disaster for DDP. You look at Izzy, that's a disaster for DDP. You got Strickland, like, yeah, man, with the volume, with his cardio issues, that's going to be tough for him. But he just finds a way to win. He's well-rounded at everything. He's probably the most well-rounded champ we have. John Jones is up there. Aspinall's up there. But the lower weight classes, everyone's a specialty, not DDP. He's damn good at everything. The best? Nope. No. There's no argument there. He's not the best at striking. He's not the best at grappling. There's literally there's certain special that's all they do. But that's the only way they can win. DDP can win on the feet, heavy hands. Yeah, he might miss, but boy, if one of those lands, it's over. That's what you gotta worry about. That's why he gets the respect from these world-class strikers. On the ground, is he gonna? Dude, you go down there. Is he that guy like Mackenzie Dern or Charles Oliveira, where if it goes to the ground, it's over right away? Nope. He'll find a way though. Over time, he'll find a way. Again, he's an 8 at everything, but an absolute 10. If we could go higher, you would give it to him at finding a way to win. You're just a brute. Your boy was wrong. And it's not, again, this is a different conversation if Izzy looked like a shell of himself and got another DUI like he did in the Strickland fight. There was none of that. That was a damn good Izzy. He beat him, man. Took his best shot and beat him. Kudos. He's a beast. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. Him firing off at me, sure, I get it, man. I do the exact same, dude. I take no offense to it. No offense. Me and Strickland, we get into it on social media. Strickland's my guy. Love Strickland. Me and him had a conversation. He's like, hey, I love you, man. Like, it's all good. I'm like, dude, I'm not that guy. He thought I was upset. Dude, I got 3 kids. I'm 41. I'm not worried about shit talking on Twitter, Instagram, dude. It's the last thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about that stuff. I get it, dude. I get all of it. His team, fuck yeah, I'd be offended, dude. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I get it. I was offended. I'm not the guy that goes to Twitter and, when I was fighting, Twitter wasn't even that big, but even then, it was still around. I had it, but I wouldn't go on Twitter and call the journalist out or the entertainer on YouTube, saying I suck or I'm going to lose this fight. It's just not what I did. It's just not what I do. But yeah, DDP, nothing but love for him. I'm sure me and him would be boys if we ever met. Let's take a little break, kids, and I'll get back on to sucking off DDP. Listen, if you're traveling like I do, not as much these days, but your boy still travels. I was in Austin. I only use one carry-on only. That's away luggage. It's the best. It looks great, and I prefer the soft side suitcases, all right? And it's always the best. And Away's finally made the soft side, and they sent to your boy, and it is damn good. It looks way better than any old school soft side suitcase I've seen. It's still designed to be lighter than others on the market. Soft side comes in 4 of their best selling sizes and tried and true colors. All right. Your boy has the maroon one, and I have a silverish one. It might be some more dark silver. All right. There's some for everyone. There's 2 carry-on sizes, 2 checked sizes. I don't mess with checked. It's not what I do. Only carry-on. If you're checking your bag, you're a psychopath. So 2 carry-on sizes. The 4 colors are black, blue, pink, and gray. I have the gray. Made from high strength nylon. The bag is tear resistant. Your boy can fit so much in it. I spill coffee all over it. It holds up, dude. Nobody can tell. The bag is soft, but not sensitive. Super durable, flexible, expandable, which your boy needs if I add a bunch of different shoes in there like I like to do. All right. You got to check out the new soft side luggage from Away. Head on over to awaytravel.com/Schaub. That's awaytravel.com/Schaub to see the new soft side luggage from Away. Awaytravel.com/Schaub. But part of the blame, as far as him not being a bigger name, and the reason I go to this point is Dana White wasn't even there. When's the last time you saw an Izzy fight? Massive star. And Dana wasn't there. Nowhere to be found. Pre-fight, post-fight. Where was he? He was hanging out with that Ice Speed kid and Aiden Ross. Because they get more views. Is that not a red flag to you? So it's part of the blame as far as the fan base in America. I'm sure in Africa and all that stuff, he's massive. But when it comes to America, he's not, right? And I'm sure the pay-per-view numbers are not good. That's a completely different thing as far as marketing business. But as far as fighting, he's the best we have at 85. There's no doubt. He's the very best, and he's proven that. And anyone that says otherwise, you're just an idiot. But when it comes to the marketing, like, help him out. Like Dana, I know Aiden Ross gets crazy, stupid views and that Ice Speed and that's a whole younger thing and they want to get a younger audience over. I get all that. Could you do it next week? Do you have to do it during the world title fight? Is there a better time to do this? What do those guys have? They have anything coming up where they can't reschedule or push it? And the UFC's not pushing the DDP narrative here. Like, why is he not on ESPN today? How in the world is there not a DDP interview on ESPN for the casuals? How's he not on First Take? Introduce him to the American side of things. How's that? After he beat Robert Whittaker, is he not all over the TV here? I don't understand. I don't understand. What's the move here? Because you're only investing in your own business. DDP represents your company. And this could be, UFC could be like, hey, we've tried. DDP just wants to chill in Africa. I get that too, dude. Do your thing. I get it. I think on Twitter he has 80,000 followers.
DDP?
You don't need to check that. That's right, Jen. Yeah, I don't need to check it. That's right. Yeah. Maybe it's a little higher now. You know? Yeah, he's worried about winning world championships. That's what he does. It's wild, dude. So the whole narrative on DDP, like he should be a massive star over here. This is where the money's at. It just is. There's a reason, that's where the money's at. It's also where the UFC is going to push certain agendas and big fights, depending on how you do on pay-per-view. So what would be next for DDP, knowing his marketability in America, the pay-per-views, right? Dana said in an interview, Strickland's next. Dana has said this before, and then they have a change of course. How do you think a DDP versus Strickland pay-per-view fight in Vegas would do, numbers-wise? Case? We would love it.
Yeah.
We're not the demo they're going for. We're already in. I'll watch it, all of it.
Yeah,
we're already in.
I don't think it's going to set any records, but I don't think it would do bad. I mean, I don't think it would do bad either. I mean,
let's say it was like one of those pay-per-view cards where they're just the main event, and the rest is like a fight night card.
yeah, it's probably not going to do gangbusters, as we would say.
Nope, won't do gangbusters. I know Dana said Strickland is next. And the argument there and the narrative there is a lot of people, Joe Rogan, Luke Thomas, myself, insert a bunch of other guys, think Strickland won that fight. So we could run with that. We could run with that. I think Strickland would be his toughest matchup. And it would show that. That was by far his toughest fight. By far. They said his entire career. By far. By far his toughest fight in the UFC. I think there's a lot Strickland can take away from that. Even if you thought he won, there's still things you'd do better where Strickland would definitely win. It's his toughest fight. So there's that. But then also, Strickland beat Paulo Costa, who's lost, I think he's 1 out of 4 of his last 5. You know? And then clearly they're trying to push Khamzat. So if Khamzat mollywops Whitaker, which is a far cry from doing, he just has to get to the goddamn octagon. Do you really think, even though Dana said Strickland is next in line, you don't think they will leapfrog him if Khamzat were to mop the floor with Robert Whitaker? They've been pushing that guy like a motherfucker. So I could see in a world, I don't know if it's right. Because if your argument's, well, Strickland beat Paulo Costa by decision, he's 1 out of 4 of his last 5. Khamzat, how many fights has he missed? How many quality middleweight wins does he have? Struggle with Gilbert Burns? So we can play that game. I can argue why Strickland deserves a title shot over Khamzat all day. All day. But if you were to mollywop, completely annihilate Whitaker, oof, then it gets tough to argue. Then it gets tough. And I don't think he absolutely mops the floor with Whitaker, by the way. But if he were to have a performance of the night and get some crazy finish in the first, second round, or it's a crazy fight in the 4th round he finishes him, it's gonna be tough to hold the hounds back and not give Khamzat that shot over Strickland. Yeah, but you look at Khamzat's record. Go to his record down there. He beat Kamaru Usman welterweight. It's not middleweight. That was his last win in his decision. And if that fight was 5 rounds, there's an argument there. Then he beat Kevin Holland. He missed weight. That fight was supposed to be at 170. They had to do a catch weight at 180. That doesn't count. Then he beat Gilbert Burns. That was, again, 3 rounds. We have no idea what Khamzat looks like in 4th and 5th round. I know what DDP looks like. I know what Strickland looks like. I know what Izzy looks like. I have no clue what Khamzat looks like. His best win at middleweight is against Gerald Meerschaert. He knocked him out in 17 seconds. Jared's a beast. Meerschaert's a monster. Not top 5. So what's the argument here? He would have to mop the floor with Robert Whitaker for you to even have an argument. Pay-per-view wise, does it do better? Khamzat versus DDP? I don't know. In America, I don't know. I don't think Khamzat's a bigger name in America than Strickland. No way.
And it's not like they could have that fight in Vegas.
No. So you're going to have the champ, you have DDP go to Abu Dhabi? That ain't right. And then he's never fought 5 rounds? I think DDP beats Khamzat. Strickland DDP, that's a better fight, I think. That's a tougher fight for DDP. For what we know from Khamzat, what we've seen, how's he beat DDP? I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen a championship rounds, ever. We know DDP, he'll go deep waters and finds a way to win. Khamzat, I don't know. But to just go, oh no, Strickland's next. Man, if you've been around the UFC for a while, Dana says a lot of things. And sometimes, and he wasn't at the post-fight press conference either. He says a lot of things. I don't make matchups right after the fights. He has before. He's promised guys certain matchups and some shit happens and this guy leapfrog the other guy. For you newbies out there, but Dana said Strickland. I get it. That holds no weight. It should be Strickland. Again, the only caveat there is if Khamzat mops the floor with Whitaker, it's a different game. The narrative's going to change. Middleweight's crazy, man. And for Izzy, for Izzy, it wasn't a case. Again, I keep going back to that Strickland. That Strickland fight, I'm like, oh man, if he performs like it again, it's time to hang it up, man. He's a shell of himself. Didn't look good. Didn't look like he wanted to be in there. Getting DUIs before. This ain't good. He's over it. That wasn't the case. He looked damn good. That rest did him well. I think you should take another 6 months off, 6 to 8 months off before he fights again. But I think for him is only super fights. He's at that level. I don't see him jumping down in the queue in the middleweight and fighting again to get a title shot. I don't see that. And there's also not a ton of guys, unless it was some of these newcomers like, let's say Whitaker were to beat Hamzat. You could do Hamzat Izzy, and then he beats Hamzat. He's right back in the race. If they want to do that, that's why he needs to wait. I don't think he rushes into anything. If he wants to go back to middleweight, I think the big super fights are at 205. You look at 205, there's a lot of strikers there. Oh, he tried against Jan. No, I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about specific fights for entertainment value. A Yuri fight would be fun. And Clive, get the fuck out of my face. No, he's going to grapple. We're not doing that. Jan, get out of my face. Jamal Hill, take my money. Izzy Jamal Hill, take my money. Why not award Jamal Hill that? Jan, nope, not happening. Racket, yep, take my money. Rountree, take my money. You want to watch Rountree, Izzy? So there's certain, Johnny Walker, take my money. Show me the money. That bullshit trend going on. Show me the money. It's so lame. Whatever. Yeah, so there's certain fights for Izzy that we can do that would be blockbusters. And then if he were to beat Jamal Hill, if he were to beat Racket, if he were to beat Rountree, or Johnny Walker, then you go to Alex. You end on the super fight. And I don't like his chances against Alex at 205. I hate that for him. But depending how he looks against a Rountree, against Jamal Hill. The only thing is if Rountree beats Alex, it just doesn't make a ton of sense for him to fight Rountree. But he could. People are going to cry about it. He could. Let's take a little break, kids, because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service, part knowledge you'll need for all your maintenance and repairs, whether you have a new truck, old truck. I have a 20-year-old F-150 Ford Lightning. They have everything I need. It's the one-stop shop. I can always depend on them. And they either have the part there or they order it, shows up the next day, or you can get it online. It's so freaking easy. All right, so whether you're a car expert or rookie, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are super helpful, man. And best of all, friendly. They'll help you figure it out, whatever you're looking for. All right. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. Most of y'all stressed out enough. Don't let insurance be another reason you're stressed out. You don't need it. That's why I mess with Progressive. That's right, Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts like having multiple vehicles, being a homeowner, and so much more. Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, and they get you protected no matter what. All right? So get a quote on car insurance at Progressive.com. Join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. So there you have it, man. That Australia card just felt different, too. It looked like a smaller arena. I know they've been there before. No Dana. I don't know what's up. Something's going on there. Kai Kara of France looked fantastic. Steve Ercik, they just pushed too soon. It's 2 losses in a row. And it's too quick of a comeback. Kai Kara of France at flyweight 125. There's not a ton of guys. Probably gets a title shot next. 125 it's tough. Hooker, though. If I was rooting hard for anyone on this card, obviously Izzy, especially because I guarantee you'd win. My bad. DDP. No disrespect. I was rooting very hard for Dan Hooker. I love Dan Hooker. definitely thought he won that fight. And that Dan Hooker, you do Dustin Poirier, you do Justin Gaethje. I like Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira. Like, he's right up there. That's 3 in a row. Come on, it's Dan Hooker. Let's go. If you don't like Dan Hooker, you're an asshole. Rosenstruck, Tai Tuivasa. That one judge that had it for Tai, I've never seen it before. They're like, hey, Homer. I don't even know if the judge was from Australia. Howie Booth, 10-9, just across the board. Be less obvious if you're crooked. Hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? I've never seen this in a fight, and I thought Dana was there, and that's why he was like, dude, we got to do something about this, but he wasn't. So even they were like, hey, no. Get him out of here, man. We told him, like, favor the homegrown boys. What the fuck? This one's way too obvious. 10-9 across the board. Like, get out of here, dude. He's like, God dang it.
You know, he was supposed to judge the co-main event too.
Yeah.
So
we didn't need him for that because
They kicked
Kai
him
Kara France got the job done early, right? So there's no. You got to go, man. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, what the fuck you doing, dude? Carlos against your boy Leach looked fantastic.
Oh, yeah. he
Smoking
messed him up.
cigs, whooping ass. But yeah, good card. Didn't have the same magic that usually these Australia cards have. Smaller arena. I don't know. Maybe it's a time thing. I don't know. It just didn't feel like it usually does. Just didn't have it. Maybe because Dana's not there, didn't have the same appeal or same hype. I don't know. Even leading into this card, there wasn't a lot of hype around it that there usually is. It just wasn't there. You weren't feeling it. It wasn't like must-see TV, like, oh, Saturday night, gotta stop. I didn't feel that.
I did.
You did?
Yeah. It didn't. It's strange as you say. It felt totally normal to me. I don't care if Dana's there or not. It felt. I mean, you had Tai, you had Hooker, you had Izzy. It felt like a big Australian card to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was fun.
It was fun. The card was great. Rosenstruck, even though Rosenstruck and Hooker went to decisions, those were fun fights.
I could watch Hooker every weekend. That guy's awesome.
The best. I don't know how, if you're a fight fan, Hooker should be your guy. Your guy. There's certain guys like a Justin Gaethje, him, like that's our guy. Dustin Poirier, like that. Oh, dude, how can you not like these guys?
Yeah.
What's the criticism? They're not in boring fights.
You know what it is? I feel like with the guys like that, they're not afraid to lose. So they're not like there's obviously
They go for it.
Yeah.
They're not, it's not
There's
strategic where
yeah.
they're up on rounds. They're going to kind of coast it out. No. They're trying to find finishes at all times. All right, he took me down. It's not the end of the world. Oh, yeah, cut over my eye. No, not the end of the world. That's what you love it. They go for it. Even though, hey, Hooker, man, this is your shot, man. You lose this one, you're never going to get back here being the top 5. Like, I know you've won 2 in a row, but you lose this one against Gamrot. It's a bad matchup. And he's just like, yeah, cool. Hey, don't throw kicks when you're taking down. No, I'm going to throw kicks. Hey, don't go for guillotines. No, I'm going to go for guillotines. It's just like this no fucks given attitude. And I love it, dude. It's so much funner to watch. You watch him win or lose. It's always fun. He's a good dude, good person. It was great.
The Rosenstruck Tai one, it wasn't that great though. I even told my friends, we were at Dave & Buster's, I'm like, don't blink. This is gonna end like
But
that.
that's the problem with those. Like, that's the problem with especially that. You're like, this thing's not going to go past the round. Like, someone's going to get starched.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't happen, it was still a good fight. But when you're expecting, like, this thing's going to go 30 seconds and it goes longer, then you have this weird bias towards it. I get that. I said the same thing on Companion. I went, this thing's going to be awesome because if it goes decision, it's going to be a nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare. It was a fun fight. Yeah, Hooker, you want to talk about BMF? Let him fight for BMF.
Ooh.
Let him fight the BMF. You wouldn't watch Dan Hooker and Max Holloway at 155? Take my goddamn money. Yeah, Hooker's that guy. DDP's that guy. He's just that guy. Just that guy. What else you got, Jen?
I thought this was a cool thing that, Israel Adesanya and DDP backstage. I guess DDP gifted him a jacket.
What's the jacket?
I'm not even sure. It's probably like a South African,
God, look, DDP just thick, bro. Played some rugby, just a big. Yeah, Rogan was like, dude, he's massive in person, like massive. Alex called him out. He's like, I'll get down to 85, and DDP's like, no, I'll go up to 220. I'll go up to 205. I don't have an issue with that. Coming down to 185 one more time. I would watch that.
Yeah.
DDP is better. DDP has him not cutting, like 205 ain't a problem for him. Look, I'll come up 205. We'll sort it out up there. Yeah, I like that. He's a big boy, too. Not cutting the weight, too. Boy, take my money. Show me the money.
I hate that thing, too.
The worst. It's so stupid.
These are just more silly ones. Like Ryan Garcia said he bet $500,000 on Dricus Du Plessis, and then he won. But, I mean, I don't see any, like, papers or,
I effing told you, stop doubting me. All right.
Then,
Let's go,
Drake.
$500K. Yeah, Drake. I posted this before. I said, ooh, me and Drake pick Izzy. Anytime you see that, it's not good. If me and Drake have the same picks, it's not good. Granted, Drake flips a coin or, like, he likes Izzy's shoes, so he picks them. My picks are a little more calculated. I'm biased as shit, though. But anytime it's me and Drake, bet against us. This is well documented.
Yeah, Dricus.
You never get it right. Okay.
It's MMA, man.
It's fucking
It's 50,
tough.
50.
And I'm biased. It's tough and then biased, and then also, shit happens.
Dricus did tweet at Drake, too. He added him, said, like, thank you. Because of this whole curse thing,
Yeah. Yeah. He tweeted at me, text Drake. Again, do you? I get it. I'd go on a rampage too, probably back then. I get it. I don't know if I'd do it I'd be celebrating my friends, the world champion. I'd have that belt all over the place. I don't give a fuck what my dumbass says. No, come on, I'm an idiot, man. Each its own.
Yeah. Anyhow, so the most recent Contender Series at the post-fight press conference, I think it was Laura Sanko, some female reporter asked about Conor, any updates for his fights. And then
Dana said not this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, Conor saw that. He's like, no, let's do this in December. And then I asked on the companion, either I asked or Rogan asked. I mean, granted, it's Brian Simpson, again, not a hardcore. Tony Hinchcliffe, not a hardcore, likes UFC. I don't think Rogan gave an opinion on it, usually doesn't. But he asked if McGregor fights this year, and I said, yeah, I think so. I think he fights in December. They said, do you ever think he fights again? And Tony and Brian said no. I disagree with that. I think we get Conor one more time. But again, who knows?
Yeah. So Conor said to Dana that
it is getting old, though. Hey, man, you got to fight.
December's quite a whiles away, though, so.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Especially for that toe. Let's go, dog. Or maybe they do in they're going to do it somewhere around then. Maybe it's that big January card or the big December card, but he'll fight again. How about Chandler? God, it's tough. 2 years waiting for this dude. December it is. Handshake. It's like, yeesh.
You mentioned this already, but what are your thoughts on Pereira and Khalil Rountree?
I love it. I mean, Khalil's won 5 in a row. It's short notice, and Clive's are matched up. Stylistically, it's a funner fight. I mean, would I like to see Alex against straight grappler just to cement that? Yeah. If you're the UFC, business-wise, signs point that Alex is probably the favorite here. It's going to be a striking match. Fans love that. Somebody's probably going to get finished. It's short notice in Utah. Yeah. Keep milking this Alex train for as long as you can. That's what they're doing. It's a funner fight than Clive. It's just a funner matchup. Now, again, two different things. Casuals, 2 strikers, somebody's getting knocked out. Hardcores, like people in here, I'd love to see Alex tested on the ground. I'd love to see how he does against Clive and just get over that hump, and then we can just do strikers. Because once you checks that box, they beat a straight grappler. All right, we've seen that. Yet All right, what else you got? And then it's all strikers. You can do one of two ways. Big risk. UFC's going, no, this is a dope main event. 2 strikers, somebody's getting knocked out. Alex takes on short notice. It's what he does. Saves the UFC. It's dope. It's a great fight.
Another striking battle. So Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley, October 5th.
Yeah, I mean, it's a right test for Buckley. I love that fight. Love that fight.
A quick one here. Aaron Blanchfield, who's kind of killing it, and Rose Namajunas will be the main event.
I like Blanchfield in
For a
that.
second.
Blanchfield's a monster.
Alrighty. Did you watch any of this whole Craig Jones invitational stuff?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
So Craig Jones,
It's
it was
great.
like an intersex matchup with Gabby Garcia, and he ended up choking her. Rear naked choke
That's how that should go.
right there.
That's exactly how it should go. But what's cool is he went against the machine, against ADCC.
And he said they threatened his life or something too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's threatened his life, did all this stuff. You're going directly competing with ADCC. I think he had 6,000 people at the Mac Center. And then also I saw some dude talking about, so the T-Mobile Arena is millions of dollars to rent out for one night. The Mac Center, I think, is 500,000. So what Craig is doing is he's taking the money from, they've done T-Mobile. Clearly somebody's backing him. He has money. They could have rented out this massive arena, whether it's, here in Los Angeles at the crypto.com center, whatever, AK Staples, I refuse to call it crypto, Staples, or the Pepsi Center in Denver. They could have done that and millions of dollars. But he rents out the Thomas Mack Center. Not as sexy, but we don't give a fuck watching on TV, on YouTube. And instead of the money going to that establishment, he puts it into the jiu-jitsu players. That's the move, man. More people watched it. More people bought tickets to watch it. You're going against the machine. Who knows, the return on it, but he's doing something right. I love it. Just beating the standard,
Mm-hmm. And this is Luke Rockhold. During his match at the Invitational, he dapped up Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, almost got choked out.
Yeah, you gotta go for the legs. Hey, get it. Get the legs. Dig deep for a fart right now. Don't fart. I don't want to smell that shit. No, John, no shit. If you got choked out, that's not on me.
Well, I mean, he didn't get him on the choke there, but he did lose.
Yeah.
Luke lost. And then if you see, I don't know if I put next, but yeah, so Luke says before that, a week before, he messed up his back, so you can see that it was kind of crooked. I'll play this video.
Put your shirt up. Yeah, get it.
He threw his back out week of.
It's like a week before.
I get it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, you're listening right now. You're leaning to the right. Don't worry about it. We're gonna straighten you up.
I don't know how you straighten that up. That seems pretty crazy.
You're going to get chiropractors who aren't doctors. Be like, I'll crack that thing back straight, All right. It's voodoo. Let's take a little break because maybe you had a few too many wobbly pops watching Izzy lose this weekend, or maybe you're in South Africa and you were so ecstatic your boy proved everybody wrong, especially myself. So you decided to have a couple more drinks, but you woke up the next morning, your kid had rugby, little league, baseball, whatever it is. You're like, man, I feel hungover. I don't feel ready. I don't feel locked in. Well, let me help you out there, dads. Have that drink. Celebrate your fighter winning. Celebrate your kid getting a triple or a no-hitter, whatever it is. Have that extra drink with your boys because now there's Safety Shot, the world's first alcoholic detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content as little as 30 minutes. That's right. Also, you wake up, sharper mind, body, liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. If you're drinking a lot, got to stay hydrated. Just go to drinksafetyshot.com, use the promo code Brendan, and get 10% off. Get a 4-pack for you and the boys this weekend. Maybe you're golfing, Casey. Whatever it is, you're on the back nine. Have that drink. Safety Shot got you covered. Safety Shot got you covered. Drinksafetyshot.com, promo code Brendan. Let's get back to the program.
Okay, so this is at the Invitational as well, and this is Marab. So I guess they put Sean O'Malley on the big screen, and then some guy was yelling at Marab, like talking shit, and then this is what Marab did.
They got He's going, no.
I know. Let me play it again.
Yeah, my boy Jesse has it. Yeah, I was just about to say that. The hot girl's like, I'm out of here.
Oh, the music thing.
Oh, shit. Good call.
Look at the guy's going, no. Yeah, man. Fuck around, find out. The hot girl's like, I'm out of here. Look, he's how scared. Oh, he grabs his hair.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good for him. That guy's so embarrassed.
That's the second time Rob's done that, too. He climbed up like the bleachers before.
And when these guys stop fucking around with these monsters.
Yeah.
Armin Sarukian, we punch that fan on the way to the octagon.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. No. It's not the internet. It's in real life. And certain people have a set of skills that can end your life when you talk like you do on social media. Social media is not real. You're from the comfort of your home. You got, your slippers on, your robe, and talking shit to these world-class fighters. Like, oof. And then you do it in person. He's like, that guy should be the epitome of internet troll. He's like, no. It's like, yeah, man, that's how this works out, dude. And he's gonna grab your hair like a little bitch. And you're gonna do nothing about it. And you're lucky he just grabbed your hair like that and shook it. It's just so, but also that's so degrading.
It is, dude.
Just grabbed his hair and shook it. The hot girl's like, see ya.
All right, this is Sean O'Malley's plans.
So Sugar on his pod said, knock out Merab, move up to 145, knock out Topuria or Max Holloway, get a big boxing fight against Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia.
The last part's probably going to be impossible for now, but
Why impossible?
Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, why is that impossible?
Unless he quits the UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe. Again, UFC's done it before. It's not. This isn't new. Oh, well, all he did is granted they don't like each other right now, but his hero, no matter what he says, his North Star is Conor. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the Conor game plan? Yeah. You've seen that.
We'll see.
You talking about the game plan where the guy made life-changing money? Yeah. Yeah, Conor did that. That's what he's doing. The reason you see guys get to a super high level and then call out boxers is because they make more money than they've ever made in their entire career against the boxers. It's a shame. This should be alarming to the casuals. This should be alarming. So many guys want to get in boxing. Yeah, because they make the majority of the money. Instead of the UFC making all the money, they're like, I'm gonna do this, which isn't. To knock out Merab's gonna be fucking tough. Can he do it? Absolutely. And then you got to go against Topuria or Max Holloway, Elliott, and then he knocks them out. You're talking about, GOAT status, legendary status. And even that isn't going to keep him there. Even that doesn't make him fuck you money. He has to go to another sport. Is that not alarming? Most guys, you knock out Merab, you're already the champ. You knock out Merab, oh my, that's wild. You do it at that UFC Noche, and then you knock out Ilya Topuria or Max Holloway. Oh my God, dude. Two of the best ever? That's wild. You think about, and then I stay here and I run. No, now I'm going to dip out because I can make more money boxing. That's not good, dude. It's alarming.
So Conor is like a really special case in this, but I'm okay. Like if you're under contract with UFC, can you still quit if you have fights left over? And so you have to fight it out, right?
You could figure it out, especially now with the monopoly rules going on in that antitrust lawsuit. If you wanted to fight that battle, you could say, I did my thing. I'm competing in another sport. They're trying to stop me for it. This is monopoly. So now more than ever, you have more control, more power to get this stuff done, especially if you're Sugar. The UFC knows that. So more now than ever, they might be like, we don't need this heat for the antitrust lawsuit. Just gives them more chips, in the corner. So let's align with Sugar to get this Ryan Garcia fight done or Gervonta Davis fight done. I could definitely see it happening.
Right on. Okay, so Cain Velasquez, he cut a plea deal. So basically, he pleaded no contest. And I guess when he does that, that takes away the jury. So then the potential of him getting a life sentence, it's like, a mandatory life sentence, whatever. So they don't know what the judge is going to do here, but at least it's a no contest, and there's no mandatory life sentence.
Premeditation charges dropped from his one attempted murder count. 9 separated gun charges.
9.
Which could also play an important role in his sentencing. Yeah, they know more than me, clearly. But I thought the jury would be a good thing.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane will avoid going to a jury trial, which have included possibly a guilty verdict and life in prison. So no trial. Kane will be convicted of charges against him, but the premeditation charges gone, mean a mandatory life sentence is off the table. Wide variety of sentences. Eesh, I don't like it. But again, they're balls deep in it.
Yeah. Okay, I thought this was a little lame. This is a press conference for Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and they pushed each other. I won't play the audio though because there's music. You can see that's Mike Tyson pushing Jake right there.
Yeah, they're buddies. I can't believe it's still going on. I was talking to somebody who's very close to Jake Paul and I went, what is he doing? I just don't see the upside here. And Jake's getting booed at the arena, and granted, it's a cut from Floyd Mayweather's play, right? Like whether they're booing or cheering, that's what you want. That equals money, that equals pay-per-view buys. I get all that. And again, the casuals will watch this. Oh, Mike Tyson beat the shit out of the Disney kid. Okay. I just don't see the upside for Jake. I don't see it. And his number one goal is to be legitimate in boxing, which is wild. I don't know why he's looking for that approval from these idiots who are dinosaurs. But for whatever reason he wants that, it's never going to happen. And beating Mike Tyson creates an even bigger divide. Just keep beating up older MMA fighters and making bank. That's your lane. I'm gonna do the Olympics. Why? For who? Again, it's just to get validation from these old dinosaurs in the sweet science. That's all he's doing. I don't get it. But I think this Mike Tyson thing, I can't believe it's a thing. I can't believe. Did they call the fight off because the 58-year-old had ulcers on a plane? They're buddies. Y'all still into it? Okay. Yeah, but you're gonna watch it, Schaub? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to watch it too.
Yeah. I just don't see, if you're in the Jake Paul camp, the upside. Just go through it. It's a real fight, and you starch a 58, 57-year-old man with ulcers who's beloved by the boxing community and all, casuals around the world. They love him. You starch an old man. Do you think that gains you more fans? No. People would be pretty upset.
At the end of the day, it's money though.
Maybe he has money. That's what people keep telling me. Yeah, but the money, he's not struggling for money in any facet. So let's go through the steps. So he just absolutely mollywops the beloved Mike Tyson at 58 with ulcers. That ain't good. Let's say he gets knocked out by a 58-year-old Mike Tyson with ulcers. That ain't good. Let's say it goes to decision. It's back and forth. That ain't good. What's the upside besides money?
Just money.
Then I'd ask, are you hurting for money? He's not. He's crushing it. No, not at all. Why are we doing this, dude? Is there's some sort of promise from Netflix, the Trojan horse? The next time you fight, you're sign a 3-fight live fight deal with Netflix, maybe? Guarantee $300 million? Okay. People can hate all they want, but you got $300 million. And you get to pick the opponent? Okay. You don't have to do all the heavy lifting. It's not the Jake Paul promotion. Okay, that makes sense. I haven't heard any of that, though. If this is a one-off, I just don't... Help me understand how this helps you in any facet. All I do is see it hurting his legacy. Nobody's going to root for him to win this. And again, you starch him, which you should. Okay. You knocked out a 50-year-old with ulcers who had to cancel the flight because he got sick on a plane, dude. Yeah, you seen his videos, though? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You seen him hitting mitts? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've also seen him walk with a cane recently. Those are also older, hate to tell you. I can't, and look, I get money and all that. But when you're at Jake Paul's level, I need help understanding how this makes sense in any fucking facet.
Did you hit him up?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get him on the show. I don't understand the play here. The Mike Perry, that makes sense. That guy's a dog, man. You're bigger, we're probably going to win, but still, Mike Perry got my respect. Woodley, that made sense. Anderson, fuck yeah, that made sense. There's a lot of other names you can go after. I don't. This one I don't get. I don't get.
All right, so Brendan Allen, the same spelling as your Brendan, and Marvin Vettori, they got into a brawl at a casino at a PFL event.
God, who hurt Brendan Allen? Who hurt you? Did you see the clip? I mean, Brendan lights his ass up.
I'll play this. Apparently, this is the best angle.
Boom, boom, boom.
That was the main point of it, but yeah. I guess Brendan's friend, some other fighter, for whatever reason, Vettori hit him first, and then this happened.
Man. Them boys are wild. What's Dana say?
Oh, that was the funny thing.
10-8 round for Dana. Had to be a fight of the night if it's PFL. 10-8 Dana. 10-6. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Alrighty, dude. I don't know how much you want to cover the fights this weekend, but
It's a good fight.
so Cannonier versus Kyle Braulio.
Yeah, Braulio's a monster. Big test for him. Jared, now, is this going to be like a title eliminator, or do they jump in the queue to be top 5? No. Jared has had his run, had so many opportunities. I think those days are over. For homeboy Kyle, I think, he's the younger guy. A win here would put him closer to it, but both these guys are, 2-3 wins away from getting in the conversation. Great fight, though.
And your boy Neil Magny's fighting.
Neil Magny, Angela Hill.
Edmund Shabazian.
Yeah. Fun, solid fight night. Solid. Super solid. Is that it, Chin?
That's it.
All right, kids. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. I was wrong on DDP. Oh, no. Less than 2 weeks, man. Drive fast, all gas. I'm sick of promoting this freaking truck, dude. The next one we do, which will probably be in November, won't do 8-week campaign, man. It's exhausting. But there is less than 2 weeks. You got 1 week and 5 days left to get it done. DriveFastAllGas.com. We released a bunch of new merch. The shirt you see me wearing here. We have bundles. We got this yellow hat I'm rocking. The yellow shirt, Drive Fast. King Shocks collab. It's all over, man. So get you some right now. Go to DriveFastAllGas.com. Shirt, hat, tee, tank. We got it all bundle. And you can win this badass truck, the Raptor R Killer, man. So get you some. Ends August 31st. And then the third party selects the winner. And then we fly you out and you get a truck. That's how this works. DriveFastAllGas.com. Love you guys. I'm out.